transpiration rate is very high during the daytime because of the presence of the sun. But even in high temperature during the monsoon season, it is seen that clothes do not dry up quickly. This is because the rate of evaporation is limited by the high moisture content in the air. So similarly, the rate of transpiration also decreases because of the amount of humidity in the air. Now, so from here we can understand that transpiration is not only dependent on temperature, but the amount or the concentration of water vapor in the air as well. Now, if you put a drop of ink in water, then the ink will travel from high concentration to low concentration of the ink till it becomes evenly distributed. So the molecules of ink move from a higher to a lower concentration when these two liquids are in direct contact with each other. This process is known as diffusion. Now see, this process takes place in a plant as well. How so? Well, the inner walls of the stomata has a high vapor concentration with respect to the atmospheric vapor concentration. So diffusion will take place from high concentration area to low concentration area. And that is how transpiration takes place. Water vapor comes out of this inner walls of the stomata into the atmosphere. Now, what is the water source of this stomata? Well, definitely, these cells that surround the stomata, known as the mesophyll cells, is the source. But when water is lost during transpiration, these mesophyll cells dry up. So, how does it replenish itself? How does it take back the water that is lost during transpiration? Well, the replenishment of water is done with the help of these veins. See, these veins have the vessel known as xylem that takes up the water from the root to the leaves. So these veins that carry the xylem contain the water, and this is the way through which water replenishment takes place in the mesophyll cells. Now, how does this replenishment happen? Let us see. Often during the monsoon seasons, we see that windows and doors get cracked and they increase in size a little. Why does it happen? For that, let us perform a simple experiment. Put a wooden plank in a tub of water. So obviously the water concentration is higher over here than in the wood cells. So the wood cells will take up water from this tub. So the cells take up water to its maximum limit and becomes very turgid. It cannot retain any more water, and then the cell walls start taking up water. Even when the cell walls take up maximum water, it bursts open, and that causes the cracks in these wooden planks. This process of taking up of water from high concentration area to low concentration area across the cell walls is known as imbibition. So because of imbibition during the monsoon seasons, the doors and windows of our homes, they get cracked because they take up the water from outside and they crack open. So even in the plants, this water replenishment is done through imbibition. How? Water is carried by these veins. So water needs to cross from this high concentration of water area to low concentration of water area in the mesophyll cells. and this has to be done across the cell wall. So this process is known as imbibition. So transpiration mechanism depends on two things: diffusion, which is the movement of molecules of a substance from high concentration to low concentration when the two liquids or the two substances are in direct contact with each other. And secondly, imbibition, which is the movement of water from high concentration to low concentration across the cell wall.